everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Melody.
Jason Levine.
And welcome to Melody, Vassell, and Jason Levine's Top 100 Games of All Time.
Yay.
So a couple things. Why are we doing these together? Because I felt like it. Okay. Also, these guys have more in common than you might think. Because Jason's definitely the hardest Euro gamer of our group, but Melody is more than me, Sam Enzi, actually.
Yeah, Melody's hardcore Euro gamer too.
But she does like some games that are also good. Now, I don't know either person's list. I'm just here to comment. I don't know what either one. Well, I mean, I had some ideas of what's in like yours tops, and I'm pretty sure I know several. I won't be probably that surprised by this list. Now, you did this list 2 years ago, I think.
3 years ago now.
Really, 3 years? Okay.
Yes.
And so your list has probably changed since then.
A little bit, yeah.
And the last time you did it was 2 years ago.
When I was 14.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Melody's almost 18. Like.
In a couple weeks.
Yeah, not too far away.
Yeah.
So, all right. So these lists, have they changed?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Well, I don't know, of course. Maybe some games are constant. Is chess still your number one? All right, here we go. Starting with 100.
So my 100, and since we're talking about change, this is a new game on my list, and it's Azul. I really like this. I like abstract games in general, and Azul is just a well-done abstract game because it takes not what you just do in abstract games, but it also has that I split, you choose kind of mechanic where when you pick the tiles, it puts the other tiles in the middle, which I find really interesting for an abstract game.
Doesn't hurt that the pieces are really nice.
It doesn't hurt at all.
Okay, well, I'm surprised already. I mean, I that's a good game. I'm just surprised it's so high on your list. I mean, 100. Well, 100 again, and this is something we need to clarify is that Jason is like me, having played thousands and thousands of games. So to make a top 100, even at 100, is pretty high. Melody has played 101 games. No, not really.
I played a lot of games, but this year was kind of hard to find games to put on my top 100 because I was like, well, I don't want to add this one to my list of how I felt for a lot of games.
Well, let's find out what number 100 is.
This one, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably a kid's game.
Oh, she's trying to cut you off, actually.
A Tactics. The little robot, you move them around on the little clicks, and then you shoot them at the.
Oh wow! I forgot it. I should. It's weird that I forget about this game because I have a whole drawer full of it at home.
Yes.
Jimmy would like it.
Oh, he would. He's old enough now to shoot the stuff. He would just keep shooting me with it, though.
Forget the robots. Yeah, but I really like this one. Just like moving them, clicking, and like trying to shoot and hit the other person, knock him over.
Yeah, you probably have. Most of you have probably not have heard of this game. It was sold at Toys R Us and everywhere for a while, and then it's gone, like everything else Hasbro does. But yeah, it had little missiles, and it had Transformers, Star Wars, and Marvel superheroes.
Yeah.
I think most of what we have is
Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just.
I was looking through it, and I was just like, oh, yeah, here's C-3PO and R2-D2.
Mine's Star Wars too. All the ones I have are Star Wars because to me that's the coolest license.
No, you're incorrect. Have you seen Black Panther? All right.
I have.
All right, 99.
So number 99, this one was on my list last year, which I'm probably going to say for a lot of these. It's Flashpoint Fire Rescue. And now, when I say a game like Flashpoint, obviously I'm saying Flashpoint plus everything that's come with it since. So when I add a game, it means with all the expansions and everything that's come out. I'm not the biggest co-op fan, but I've always liked this one, and it's a fun game. I love like the whole firefighting theme. I love all the new boards that came with it, whether it's you're in a submarine now or whether you're in a 3-story building, and I still really, really enjoy this game.
I wonder if we'll see this one later on. We'll see. I agree, though. Great game, especially when, again, I'm with Jason. I like it a lot, but it's great with all the extra stuff in it.
Yes.
What's your 99?
My 99 is Get Bit, a game where you're they're people, but I really think they're robots because that's what they look like. Robots trying to swim from a shark and trying to not be the last in the line and get bit by the shark. I just really like the detachable limbs and
Wow,
the shark.
I taught you this game. I remember we played this at camp, like 10 years ago almost now.
Yeah, it's an old game. There's like a newer version.
It came in a tin.
Yeah.
The new version
They
came in a
keep
nice
making
tin.
it over.
Yeah.
Mayday Games makes it because it's just a really great. It's a little game that you can sit down and play really fast.
Yeah, and I really like it, and that's why it's my 99.
All right.
So my 98, this is a thinking kind of game, is Innovation. Obviously,
I'm surprised it's as low. I thought this would be higher on your list.
well, last year it was in the 90s as well. Last year was actually number 92. So,
What do you mean last year? I thought you did this like.
or 3 years ago it was number
Oh,
92.
okay. Just
So,
so,
so the fact that it's still on my list and didn't get bumped is still impressive, and I really like it. I mean, I love the building aspect, and I love how you could jump levels to different eras, and all of a sudden you're going from era 2 to era 5 because you got a card that puts you there, and now you're getting cards from era 5. And I love splaying out and getting more symbols, and it's just a well done game.
This is one of the first games that Jason and I played because we played it in our group and like almost everyone disliked it. We were like the only folks who liked it. And then we found out that as a 2-player game, it worked really well.
Yes.
Now, you have not played the new expansions for it, I don't think. I think you've only played the first expansion, Echoes.
I played both expansions.
Well, no, I think there's 3
Is there
or
a
4.
third one
I have
now?
that deluxe edition that comes with a whole bunch of expansions in it.
Yeah, I've played the first 2 expansions.
We'll have to try it at some point. I don't think you played this one yet?
No.
All right.
I definitely recognize the name, but I don't think I played it.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, so my 98 is the Duke. It's like a chess game where, except all the pieces are different, like different than chess, but it has a chess feel to it, and so you're trying to like kill the other Duke with like these cool pieces, and I like it because it's like chess but not chess.
It's cooler than
Yeah.
chess. I mean,
Good, I think we're all agreed there,
the
right?
fact
Duke
that-
beats up on
well,
chess.
the coolest thing about the Duke is the fact that your piece, and then you flip it to the other side, and then you do something else, and then you flip back to the other side and you do something else. So the pieces have 2 different things on
Yeah.
each side.
I also like that there's a slight bit of randomness in it.
Yes.
By that I mean you pull the pieces from the bag.
Yes.
So there's no like, for your opening move you should do, who knows what you should do because you don't know what pieces are going to be on the board. But it still feels very strategic.
For the longest time, I even had an idea for like one of those custom pieces, like the dog where you can go like under pieces because it could like dig holes. Under.
Well, let's make that. I think I still have the custom pieces that we
Yeah.
haven't made.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right.
My number 97, 2-player game, one that I have enjoyed over the years, and
Duke.
I think it just got reprinted, and it's not the Duke, it's Jaipur.
It is. I don't know if it's being reprinted or not.
I think it's being reprinted this year.
Well, possibly. Yeah. It's a 2-player trading game.
2-player trading game where you're trying to collect the most in different sets of different things, and you're also working on getting camels because the camels will give you like bonuses.
Oh,
So
is this the one where you put the little people on the camels?
No,
no,
That's through the desert.
that's through the desert.
Camels are definitely an overused animal in board games for sure.
Well, Arabian theme is cool.
Yeah,
I
know.
like.
There's a lot of
the
games. With
Arabian
I'll make my
theme.
top 10 camel games later on this week. Eventually.
But I really like Jaipur. I think it's one of the best 2-player games there is. And if you're looking for a short, like 20-minute game, maybe 30, it fits right in there.
All right, cool. So far, I have agreed with all your choices.
Number 97. This one honestly surprised me when I put it on the list because when I first put it in when I write out like what games could be on it, when I wrote it down, I was like, I don't even know why I wrote this down. It's not going to be on my top 100 because it hasn't been for the longest time. It's Escape. The dice rolling Escape. Well, not Escape.
Escape with 2 X's.
No.
It's the other one. The one with
Escape.
that one.
Oh, Escape.
Wow, but I thought this game stressed you out.
It did, but then after playing the other escape room games, I'm pretty sure if we got into it again, I would definitely like it a lot more. Because I've gotten better at the stress games. Because when I first played
That's
it,
true.
it
We
was
played
like the
more
only-
stressful games than Escape at this point.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure if we played it, I wouldn't be that annoyed by getting squished or whatever. So that's why it's my 97.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
Escape.
very pleased with these lists so far.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll fail me eventually.
I hope not yet. My number 96 is. This is, I guess, the first like Take Daddy game in my list. It's Revolution.
Okay.
And
Wow, that's really high.
I really like Revolution. I've always liked it. I love the whole rock, paper, scissors aspect of winning the different squares that give you the powers to put things on the board. So you're kind of doing between the fists and the black scrolls.
It's force, blackmail, and gold.
Yes, between the 3 things, and you're using those kind of as a currency, but you don't know what anyone else is going to bid, so it's really like, you lift up and you're like, oh, they beat me. Oh, they didn't beat me. And then based on what you did, you're going to get more things for the next turn to bid. And obviously it's an area control game, and there's some take that because you can bump people off and take over their spots. And it's just a well done game, and the expansions really add to it.
Okay, well, that was going to be my first question. I'll never play this without the expansions. But my second question is, do you agree with Sam that you should play where if you lose, you get your money back, or do you the basic regular rules where you lose your money?
Regular rules. Come on, you don't need a variant for this game. Only wimpy people use variants. Sorry, Sam.
Oh, Sam's one editing this one probably. All right, go ahead.
Okay, mine 96 is Dice Town, a game where you roll dice in a cup and like try to get like the different sets, or what is it called again?
Poker hands.
Poker hands,
poker
yeah.
hands, but with dice to like control the different parts of the town and try to get like gold and like different cards to get points at the end.
Yeah, they just came out with a new version of this one. Did you play the new version with
No,
me?
I sorted it out.
All right. Well, I mean, it's the same as the old version. They changed Doc Bad Luck. That was basically it, which I liked. And the pieces, well, they're about the same at this point.
They made a new expansion
They
too.
have like nicer cups. That's what I.
Yeah, they have a new expansion where you like cows. It's an okay expansion. You don't. It's
Yeah,
not
the
bad. You don't
Cowboys.
need it. It's just okay. But the first expansion I really like, the one that adds 2 things to do with each one. Yeah, good choice.
Yes. So let's stay in the Wild West for a little bit here. My number 95 is Wyatt Earp. This is kind of
What game?
rummy style game.
You're not missing out on this one.
It's a rummy style game, and obviously we grew up with rummy as a big game.
Well, you did. I was more other types of games.
I was
Uno-esque.
Candyland.
Okay, yeah, I was playing good games while he was playing Uno.
Candyland.
You did play,
Candyland.
so Uno-esque phase 10 then. Anyway,
My childhood. All right.
well, Wyatt Earp is kind of a rummy game, and you're trying to collect sets of different Jesse James. I forget who all the guys are.
Outlaws and things
Yeah,
like that,
outlaws, and you have cards where you can go into hideouts. You can protect your gold that you got, and if you're making the different melds of the different outlaws that are on the table, you're going to get money for having the most or the second most of them. And it's kind of a, I guess, old style rummy set collection game.
All right.
Okay, so mine 95 is Codenames.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's lower than I expected it to be. Well, a lot of games actually surprised me when I put on the list. But I really like Codenames because I do like trying to. You have like all these cards out with like the different words, and you have to try to be clever and think of one word that can connect different cards, and also hope that the people that are on your team will also think the same way you are. And then I also like how people can remember what words you use later on in the game, and like kind of like, oh, when they said this, like this one was obviously either the other player's or it's not in, so it's probably this card. So I like that.
That's true. I mean, that is interesting. You use the other person's clues to eliminate the other teams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was talking to someone about Codenames a few days ago, and they're like, "This game is so basic. There's no strategy in it. It's obvious what to do every time." I was like,
There's a ton
playing
of
the same game
strategy.
as I am?"
Yeah, it depends on who you play with, because like if you play with people that you really know, it will be easier because you guys know how each other thinks. While if you're playing with people you don't know, you got to be like a little more obvious with your clues.
How do you feel about the pictures versus the words? Do you like one set better than the other?
I think I played the picture one once. I would say words because I just like connecting all the words together.
There you go. All right.
There we go. So my number 94 is an oldie but a goodie. It's Acquire.
Okay. Sid Saxon, 1950s. This game came out.
Yes, and it stood the test of time. When we talk about games that really stand the test of time, this is one that has you have a board and you have these tiles, and as you pull out tiles, you're adding to chains on the board to make your hotels bigger, and you're investing in stock in the hotels, and then hotels could take over other hotels and make bigger chains of hotels, and you're going to trade in your stock for it. It's kind of a stock game more than anything else. It's an economic game, but it's got the really cool board and the way you're building out as well. Just wonderful game.
I was talking to someone the other day about Asmodee buying companies, and they said it's just like Acquire. The game of Acquire is actually a fairly good simulation as the companies slowly buy each other up.
Yes.
And then, of course, then they break up, and it starts all over again. It's interesting. All right, what do you got?
Okay, number 94, King of Tokyo. I also kind of well, King of New York, I'm just going to say it's not on my list. I don't know. I didn't really like the attacking part of it.
Okay.
I just like the King of Tokyo better. I like the rolling dice and trying to attack either people who are in New York or everyone who's not in New York, depending on where you are. Oh, Tokyo. I also like all the different monsters that they have. Like, we have so
Well, we have
many.
a ton of monsters because there's all the original Tokyo, then the second edition, the King of New York monsters,
The promo ones.
monsters.
I love the unicorn. I will only play with the unicorn now.
What?
I love that unicorn, Rosie Pony.
So weird.
Oh, I like that one too. It's not my favorite, but I really.
You're the weird one if you don't like unicorns.
King Kong.
Well, I like it for My Little
And the
Pony,
king.
not because of the unicorn.
All the monkeys are the best.
I also like the dragons and stuff too. But I really like King of Tokyo because it's just fun, random, and just like it's fun to play with friends. Like, hey, beat you up.
All right.
So my number 93 is Factory Fun.
Ooh, good thing Sam's not here. He would not have appreciate that one.
Well, sorry, but in the last, 2 years ago, they made something called Factory Funner, which is
Is it funner?
It is more fun. It is funner, I guess, or
Is that going to be higher on your list, or are you just putting them together?
I told you I put everything together. So
Okay.
Factory Fun / Funner / when they make a new one, maybe with 8-sided things, it'll be Factory Funnist.
Please don't. Please
But in this game,
As a grammar
you're-
person, I get annoyed when people do bad grammar.
So in this game, you have you have pieces that kind of make colors, and you need to grab the piece as quick as possible and try to figure out where to put it on your puzzle board, where you're then connecting them with all these little pipes. And the fewest pipes you can put down get you more points. So it's really cool because it's kind of a spatial puzzle, but it also has a speed element to it. So it's kind of cool in both aspects. And I really, really like this game.
All right.
So number 93 for me, Libertalia. A game where you
We
have
almost played that yesterday, but we didn't. But we almost did.
Yeah.
It's a game where you have these deck of pirates, and what happens is a person will shuffle their deck, pull out, I believe it's 9 cards.
Yeah, and everyone gets the same 9
Yeah,
cards.
and everyone has those cards. And then what you're trying to do is play like the different cards, because all of them have like these different abilities, and try to get like treasure, but each card will like hurt sometimes. Like if you play this card, it will like kill this character, so you want to make sure like other people aren't playing the cards that will kill yours, but also like you don't want to play too safe either, because then you don't get the treasure. And the artwork is, I really like the artwork in this game, and just the whole pirate thing was really cool.
Yeah, it's a really great game. Cool.
Yeah. So my number 92, I'm going to go old school here. And we were actually talking about this game the other day.
Well, it doesn't narrow it down. We talk about games every day.
Is
Go. That's super old school.
Not that old school, but Empire Builder, or the Crayon Rails series in general.
Are you worried now? Mayfair's out of business. No one can be making these. I don't think Asmodee's going to make the Crayon Rails.
This is what we were talking about. Like, what's going to happen to the Crayon Rails series? Mayfair had it. Is Asmodee going to continue
I'm assuming
producing
this is the
it?
only Crayon Rail game on your list.
Well, I'm considering Crayon Rails as one big thing.
They are almost the same game. What's your favorite of them?
My favorite is Iron Dragon because I love the, I guess, fantasy theme, and I love the tunnel where you could tunnel from one side to the other and make your tunnel. But they're all similar style games, and basically you're drawing your own train lines with the crayons. That's why they're called Crayon
I
Rails.
should call them marker rails because markers are way better to use than crayons in this game.
That is true.
Always, crayons are my least favorite tool to unless
But
I'm melting them.
Other than that, it's just a standard pick up deliver, and you roll. You're just rolling dice and pick up and deliver. But the crayons and building the tracks and trying to get the best routes is what I find interesting in the game.
All right.
Yay, so mine is Werewords.
Oh, wow. Okay, so, or I don't think you ever played Insider, did you? The game that Werewords is based on?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I never played like the original game that it's based on, but I really like Werewords because one person, like the mayor, I believe it was, or like the main person will have like this word that you get like on a device like iPad or something, because it comes with the app.
Yep.
Yeah, it works
And
really
so-
well with the app, too.
So they have this word, and they're either a villager, werewolf, or a seer. And so depending on which one they are, depends on like the difficulty of the word that people are going to try to guess. Because they're going to ask questions and try to, it's like a 20 questions kind of thing. And if they're like right or wrong, you get like a check or an X. And so you're trying to figure out what the word is. The seer will know what the word is. Werewolves will try to mess up what the word is. And so I just thought it was a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. I really like the game as well. It's a very well done game.
All right. Too much niceness going on here. All right. What do you got?
I don't
These
know
are
like all
the top
games. Yeah, that's
100.
why.
So, yeah.
Can't be mean if I don't know what the
My
game
number
is.
91, which I have a feeling is going to get expanded soon because I've heard there's an app coming for it, is Robinson Crusoe.
It's
Just Crusoe.
yes, but that's okay. Just let him say it.
Yeah, I mispronounce things sometimes as well.
I can't even talk in this regard.
Only Melody can insult both of us on our grammar.
I just recently had the book Robinson Crusoe, like in my literature class, and they say Crusoe. So
Was it boring?
yes. Well, not that boring. Not boring as other stories I've read.
Have you played the game?
No.
So
I want to.
It's amazing, and it's a game where it really hurts you, and you really need to, the island is beating on you every time
For
you
some
play
reason,
this.
you don't really care for cooperative games. This is the second one on your list now.
Yes, it is.
But it's also lower.
That's true.
But this is a heavy Euro cooperative game, which
It is.
which really scratches my itch for that kind of game. And First Martians, he added an app, and he said he's going to go and add an app for Robinson Crusoe as well, so you don't have to sort all the cards anymore. You'll be able to play it with the app, which I think is going to be great.
Yeah. All right. I really like that game too.
Okay, so my next game, this one I played for the first time when at my first time going to Gen Con. And it was like my biggest memory for my first Gen Con. And
Defenders of the Realm.
yes. It was like my first time playing it, we lost. Because what happens is it's a cooperative game where you're trying to keep these big like boss monsters from reaching like the center village, and while you're trying to kill them, you also have to like watch out for like the little minions that they're also sending out. If I remember, there's a lot of different characters you can play now. If I
we had a ton of them.
Yes.
and I just think it's really cool. Like you work together and just like also try to keep out all the monsters, which is not easy. So that's
All right.
another round.
That's another cooperative game. All right. Well, there's the first 10. We have 90 games to go. I'm sure that they'll get better. I mean, I assume they're getting better.
Of course they're going to
But
get
those are
better.
really
Start and
strong
even
start
better
10s. All righty. On to the next one. I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Melody.
Jason Levine.
And you've been watching Top 100 Games of All Time, according to
Yay.
these guys.
Yes.